I forgot about putting her away while we're walking. She can't lead me for this. Woo! There you go. You're going to stay there. Stay. Stay. Okay. Sorry about that. I can't pull. She's getting better. Look, she's getting better at staying in the car. At first it was weird. I can tell she's still not thrilled with it. But I can't do phone wagging her. She did pretty good the first, if I let her lead. She looks like she's about to jump out. Stay. She's at least learning that the wagon's not going to eat her.
Have a nice day.
Man, I remember selling those Girl Scout cookies. They're $6 now, but I had to pay $7 for gluten-free. So they got one bag out of me this year. I should have got some for Tom. He was there. He didn't even ask. Hey, Cricket. Hey, Scooter Mom. I brought the munchkin with me. She's doing pretty good staying in the car because she was acting a little weird today. Just really skittish around, just if somebody walked by. Hey, Irish Mart. Now, their doors were open when I went by, but they didn't have their table out. That's telling me that they had body riders outside. Because I think the only time they really put that table out is when they're not going to be standing outside. Whoa, big hole, big hole. Got to go around. Whoa. All right. Oh, somebody's been here because they washed the sidewalk. So somebody was here chalk teching, which I think is cool. You know, they don't get the chalk tech out of me. I'm too broken. You guys know that. All right. Let's see. If you had 1 million members, that's 7,000 per org. I never see 7,000 people coming in and out of here. I see about 15. You might want to check your stats worldwide. It's like we run in a pack, the chat pack. That's awesome. I love that. Wait, you can get out when I'm done. Wait, stay. I don't know why I'm saying wait. Stay there while I get situated. Got him with some stats today. Alrighty, let's see. Gonna be shaking for a second, look away. Okay, let's see. Somebody just snuck in while I was getting set up. I'm gonna turn it around. It's turned around. Hey guys, my mascot. Oh. You want to get out? Alrighty. I brought the chair, but I'm not going to get it out unless I have to. Alright. Let me make my fork. Alrighty. Okay. No, not good enough. This way. There we go. I can't let her near the little tree that somebody spit their gum out. I don't want her eating it. Alright, let's check chat. Okay. Cricket was first. And Scooter Mom and Irish Mart and Petunia. Yes, she's here. The chat pack, I like that. We are. I've noticed that. I've wanted to say it a few times, but there are other people. So I'm like, the gang's all here. I've said that a few times. I wouldn't even risk chalking. Don't think I'd be able to stand up after. Me neither. I do think it's impossible to grow old gracefully. That's true. Somebody's smoking. Oh my God. Why does the wind have to be coming this way? You went live as I was getting ready. Oh, that's okay. Okay, cool. You got one of those shower speakers? Like a beach whale? Thank you, thank you. If there were 1 million members worldwide, that's 7,000 per org. I don't see 7,000 people coming in here. You need to check your stats. Thank you. They were letting some old people in, so it took them a second. Same girl. She's like, you know that has to stick in their brain. I'm going to turn around. They seem to be having, so this is, I don't always come on Saturday. I do notice more public seem to come in and out on Saturday. Oh, yeah. See, I take baths, so I don't need one. But I have, now get this. I bought my husband, it's a rainfall shower head with integrated speaker, and it is still in the box 2 years later. Hold on, I gotta get my water out. Yell at them if you see somebody. I tried to get her to drink water earlier, but she just didn't want to. I'm gonna move it again. Trying to get to the side a little more so we can watch. I'm gonna have to move a little bit farther down if I want the door and the sidewalk. I think I will. Who else? My butt isn't comfortable in a bath. The tub is too small. Oh, I have a garden tub, thank goodness. But it's so big. So when we first moved in, I didn't even know this. Like a lobster in a pot. So I could only take baths in it in the summer because it wouldn't fill hot water. And we would still have to boil. I have like an 8-quart pot. I would get a couple pots out and have to boil water. So then that one died literally a year or two. So it was still under warranty. They replaced it. We went with a 30-gallon. We didn't realize we only had 20. So we got a 30-gallon. Wish we would have bigger. So then when it died this last year, can't remember exactly when, we got a 40-gallon. So now I can fill the tub and not have to worry about waiting on water to wash my hair, hot water to wash my hair. So that's what's cool about it. And it has a seat in the corner too. Sometimes I have a handheld, so sometimes if I don't feel like taking a full bath, I'll just sit there and take like a sitting shower. You know how that is. We'll probably talk about that during our chronic pain fibro panel, because one of the biggest reasons I quit the showers, 2 reasons, is I'm off balance. I was at my daughter's house a year or so ago, and I fell into the wall and hit my head. And also the hot water makes me shaky and weak, and so I can't take a bath or shower or anything before I'm going to go do anything active. Ooh, that sounded like me. Oh my gosh, I almost ran into somebody on the freeway. I use a shower chair and have grab bars. Yeah. I had a stool. And then my husband got this really nice, when he worked at the hotel, they were tearing down part of the hotel to widen the freeway. So he got a bunch of stuff. And he got one of these really nice fold down seats that you attach to the wall, but we never attached it. So at that time I was using the small bathroom for me because the shower was bigger than, so we have the garden tub and a single shower in the master bath. And it's small. So I had kind of moved all my stuff to the small bathroom. So he just sat it across the tub. I used that for a long time.
Period.
Thank you. Period. Hey, Brian. Oh, I know. I want a walk-in tub, too. With jets. Yeah, mine doesn't have jets. Thank goodness. Oh, if he gets me wet, we are going to have issues. Well, don't even. Just don't even. Alright, I'm going to move down a little bit. Hold on. Okay, I'm moving the camera. Look away. I want to get more of the sidewalk today because they seem to be coming from Well, no, I had a few come the other way. Still moving. Okay, there we go. Okay, I need to start staying way back here. Let's see. He got more water on himself than did I know. It's getting a little warm today. I just want one that cleans itself. No joke. My grandmother, and I've looked, had a clawfoot tub. It was deep. She had this cute little broom, or not broom, mop that was like 2 feet long that she would clean with. I want one. I have a motorized scrubber that is like 4 or 5 feet long. I told my husband to find it. It's somewhere. Because my tub, the way it's made, okay, so they built a surround around the front, which I thought was stupid. So for me to get in and out is harrowing. It's like this wide and as tall as the tub. So, and when I get out of the tub, the floor is lower than where the tub is. I've begged my husband to build me a step and a railing. So I may have to build it myself on a pole to clean the tub. Yeah, that's exactly. I have it, but there was a time where when I was using the other bathroom, I really wasn't taking care of the other one because it gets dusty really quickly. Because I always have to spray out the dust. So it got kind of put in the closet or somewhere. I gotta go find it. I used to know where everything was. Yeah, he better not even with the water. I'm wearing brand new shoes today. So I bought those Skechers slip-ins because I needed tan shoes for work. I want boots, but I just didn't have a chance to buy them, and I just opened them today. So I brought my old shoes too, just in case there was a problem. They're nice. They have a really tall sole. I feel is sptvfoundation.org or aftermathfoundation.org. You can go talk to survivors. It's public. Alright, let me turn it back around. That's what we're here for. We can people watch. I know last time I didn't get a lot of people coming by on a Saturday, but I had to come today because next week it's going to be in the teens. Literally one day it's going to be 60 and then be 19. I'm like, you want to lay down? You want to get into wagon and lay down? Let's do that. Let's let you lay down. I brought a blanket for her this time. Good girl. I tried to get her to drink water. So I had that blanket that was in the car and I just put that in the wagon for her. Heading for the shower. Okay. I got 13 people in here. How's everybody doing this weekend? Anybody new to the channel or don't know very much about Scientology? That's what I come here for, to educate people. Alright, it's 72 right now. Yay, and sunny. And tonight it will be 36. And then Monday and Tuesday it's going to be in the 60s. I might be able to come. I was just listening to what Tom said. Wednesday, high of 35, low of 20. And it will be like that for 3 days. So yeah, I guess I could come. It's fine. So we'll play it by ear. If it's in the 60s, dang, that's nice. I can handle that. But he just told me one day it was going to be 60 and then 19. And I was like, okay, well, I better go today. Oh, it was hard too. I was tired. Like I told you guys before, once I'm out and in the car, everything's cool. It's just getting my butt to get ready. And I forgot stuff again. I forgot to bring Petunia some snacks, but I have a couple snacks she can eat. There was something else I wanted to bring for her. Snacks. Yep, he's struggling with that door. I'm gonna turn it around for a second. Oh, he's going around. Never mind. Let me put that under here. I don't want to wait and get that out when I need it. I should have it out at all times. You know what? I'm crooked. I'm on that slope. So let me adjust this. Look away while I'm adjusting. That is ridiculous. Let's do there. I love my tripod, and it's even broken. So there's a piece that just fell out one day. It's a rod, and it's what keeps the arms locked. That's the only thing. The arms aren't locked, but I mean, I'd have to hit this thing really hard for it to close up, and that it would already fall anyway. So, so I listened and watched. I can see it if I want to, but it's difficult. Natalie's show, that sounded like it was from this morning. I didn't get to finish it though. She was actually on longer than I was driving. Hey David, what's up? I'm gonna be doing a members only, since next week's gonna be super, super cold. There's, I was just talking about it. It's gonna be high 30s on Wednesday. So I'm gonna try to do other things next week. I've been supposed to be getting back with AA to do that interview. She's been a lot in the Dianetics discussions. She's a survivor in South Africa. So and we had scheduled one before and I screwed it up. So I want to do that. I want to do a members only stream. I keep thinking about doing it, and then other stuff happens and I don't end up doing it. She's happy now that we're not moving. She'll go to sleep. She actually finally went to sleep on the way here, but only because she was laying on my lap, which was okay on the freeway, but as soon as I got off the freeway, she had to move. I had to turn my steering wheel. Oh, cool. Well, we appreciate whatever time you can drop by. Don't forget tonight, we're doing our late night. I know a lot of people do late nights now. I thought about changing mine to later, like 11. I did that one night, but I'm on so long people can pop in and out. It kills my back though. I am so looking forward to moving into my craft room, but I think it's going to take longer than I expected. Lord, oh, you know what? That'll work out great. Because I can be working on the craft room this week while it's cold. Okay, David. Hey, Eric. Yeah. Go Buckeyes. Yep, that's my team. I didn't, for a little while, I didn't live very far from campus. We used to go up on campus all the time. I wanted to go to school. My niece went to Ohio State University to be a dentist. Oh, my brother-in-law was so stoked that well, she's my it's his granddaughter, but he kind of raised her. And she even looked at him as her dad.
Yeah, they're
and so he was so stoked when she got into Ohio State, and he would go to the games more often. I've never been back home during football season. They do what they call block leave, where you can send a certain percentage of the unit on leave. If you're not on call for like emergencies. The certain units will be on call and some aren't at that time. They rotate. Anyway, so we always went around July 4th. It was usually end of June, first 2 weeks of July, or Christmas. So I never got to go back home. And we left when I was 20, so I wasn't going to games before that. Hey, Mr. Fraud. Oh, so I was talking about, I watched Natalie's show today, and I watched the other show yesterday, which I'm really happy to see. Things are going well. And I told you guys before, I said, you know, I try to be as honest with you guys as possible, you know. I don't see the point of misleading. And I said for a long time that I have not unsubscribed from anybody. I'm waiting to see how things go. And I still want to support anybody that's doing the work. But I've there were I looked at a few things. There were like some peripheral channels that weren't anti-Scientology but were like part of the community in a way, but aren't anymore. And a couple that just, I looked at the ratio of like the stuff I'm looking for. This is me personally. I a lot of people I go to for, you know, information, stories about Scientology so I can learn more and protest. And if they're not doing enough of that, if I'm going in all the time to check and it's something else, I went at it and I did unsubscribe from a few people this week. I gave it time, I watched, I waited. So I don't want anybody to think I'm a liar because I said before, I've never unsubscribed. You can still see I'm, you know, sub. It was just like maybe 2 or 3 maybe talks. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Dara. Good. Hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. Yeah. That's my thing. And I always told you guys I was honest about the one that I unsubscribed from a long time ago. When I found out that person, you know, DOA, had a channel called Streamer Wars, I was done. I'm like, I'm not here for that. What? Why? So everybody knew that was the only channel I unsubbed from. I should say channels. But I just, you know, I like to keep things on the up and up. If I go into a channel and some of them I was a member to sometimes to support them. But yeah, and it's really disappointing because I really like some of those people and I liked their content a lot. If they go back to that content, I'll go back. But everybody's got to do their own thing. I'm an easy subscriber. My subscriber list is so long because there are channels I'm not currently watching. Like, I go into interest for a long time. Like, I was watching Korean housewives and Japanese housewives. I love looking at the stuff that they can buy for organizing and stuff. I haven't watched them in probably 2 years, but I'm still sub because I don't want to forget the channel. I just go in and I, you know, take off the notifications. Or this guy that walks through Tokyo and stuff. Sometimes I watch that for relaxation. I haven't had time. There's so much Scientology content to keep up with. If I'm not doing that, I'm probably watching TV. So, let me turn it back. I turned it around because somebody was... I wasn't sure about somebody.
Oh, thank you for not letting the kids go through this. I'm so happy they're here.
Thank you. There's a bunch of us. There's 100 of us doing this around the world now.
Yeah.
We're a group.
They should have never done this at this school. Never.
He bought this building 55 years ago on purpose because of where it was. Yeah. That was cool.
Thank you for doing this. Really
No problem.
appreciate it.
No problem. That was cool. She's obviously a mom. Yeah, that's the, you know, I think I'll be honest, if I was at an org that didn't get a lot of foot traffic, I don't know if I could have hung this long. I mean, I'm more power to anybody that goes to these smaller orgs that really, I mean, you're still spreading awareness online, and you're still hopefully spreading awareness to those inside, so it's still worth going. But I get really psyched when students stop and talk to me. Takes a lot for me to unsub. Yeah, me too.
I think I don't. Yeah, I don't have.
Oh, I missed some comments. Sorry. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I'm kind of that way too. If it's something that I saw, but I don't go looking for, and that's where I talked about in my video. I said, I don't know enough information to have an opinion, and even if I did, I still shouldn't have an opinion on some things.
Excuse me, miss, are you live?
Yes. What you want to know?
So you can just film people without like their permission?
Yeah, it's called the First Amendment because this is a public street, just like they're filming you right there.
Oh.
There's no expectation of privacy when you're in public.
But isn't that the government?
No, that's the church there recording you for their own purposes. They can do whatever they want with it.
So like you don't need a permit to film in like
Nope.
public?
Nope, it's called freedom of speech, the First Amendment. You should, if you haven't learned about it in school, you should look it up.
Nah, I'm just too dumb,
No, you're not.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
But are you live on TikTok?
No, I'm only on YouTube. I'm waiting to see if TikTok's gonna stick around. If it does, I'm gonna start. So, but kids your age in here are taken out of school and put to work 110 hours a week, and the families in here think that's okay. That's why I'm here, because of the child abuse in there. Because they think their kids, they don't treat their kids well at all. Because they've lived they think they've lived multiple lives. They look at their kids as adults in small bodies. So abusing them in ways that we normally wouldn't, they don't think is weird.
But do the kids get paid?
Nope. They're supposed to get $50 a week, but if the org doesn't make money, they don't get it. And when you sign the contract, it's for your whole life. So when you're 14, you can sign a contract in here that you'll serve them until the day you die, and you can get married, but you can't have kids.
But why would you sign a contract? So you're not being forced.
Their parents indoctrinated them since they were young children. They don't know any better. They're not really getting new members off the street because too many people know that they're bad. But the problem, what you're seeing in here, is people that have grown up.
She just took a picture of us! Yo! Yeah, get you guys out of here.
She took a picture of me, most likely. Hope I got through to him. They obviously are not being taught the Constitution in school. That's the thing. That's a problem I had about Texas schools, y'all. Is they taught so much Texas history. My kids didn't know jack. I homeschooled my kids because my son in 6th grade, I forget what it was. He didn't know something simple. And I was like, I'm done. I was doing home daycare anyway, so I homeschooled him 7th and 8th grade and my daughter 3rd and 4th grade. Thank you. I'm subbed to so many, I think I'd literally have a meltdown if everyone went live at the same time. I know. I actually don't go through the sptv.space enough. I should. I usually just hit live on YouTube, and if I'm subbed and they're live, normally they'll come up in my feed. But I need to start. I have been trying to go look for other channels. Thanks, Eric. Yep. I'm glad he asked. That's something he needs to know. Hey, Journey. I mean, he looked about middle school, 12 to 14? Probably could have been older than that. About 14. I'm like, he should know about the First Amendment by now. Hey, Zebra. Yeah, I wish I could, Zebra. But if I got down there, I'd never get back up. I am thinking about, hey, Cher. My husband is very handy when he has the time. It takes him a long time to get stuff done. But I did try to go on Amazon and find a chalk holder that was long. They're not long enough and they're not built the way I need. it would be really easy to, because I do have a chalk holder from back in my daycare days. It's really thick. So if we could get like a really good, sturdy piece of PVC pipe, we could probably figure out a way to put chalk in it. And I've been thinking about doing that, so I can too. But actually, my other thing is that I want to do, when he gets my sign done, I realized this like late, like recently. It's going to be up here, okay, the sign. But I've got that whole pole. Now, I have magnetic paint. I've never used it. I hope it's not old. It's old. That can is about this big. It is heavy. Heavy. I'm either going to put Velcro, well, because it has to go back down into the pole.
Scientology's a cult.
Oh yeah.
Now, religions let you leave, cults don't. So, that was cool. So, he said that right behind one of the staff that was going in the door. So anyway, somehow I'm going to figure out how to put other smaller signs on the pole. So that I got a whole line of signs. All different. I'm going to make smaller signs. I bet them kids would chalk. I probably could. Gosh, I don't have any. I think somebody was here today. Either Hitzel, maybe Pearl Snappy. Because nowhere else is it wet. It's only in front of Scientology. And he was out here. Bye, David. Tell the other kids. Hey, Cher. Tell those kids to come have a chalk art of Scientology party. I know, right? I know. I wonder who was here. Let me go check. Hitzel doesn't always live stream. Sometimes she'll just video and put it out later. I'm going to go look. See if one of them was here. I'm curious. Because they weren't closed, but then again, whoever was here left. Let's see. I'm looking. I love having two phones now. Nope. Let's see. Nothing today yet. She may post later. Let me check Pearl Snap and see if she was here.
There was one time where my arm went numb, which is like the sign that you're about to have a heart attack.
No, let's see. Nope, nothing new. Nope, I don't know, maybe they're just cleaning. Sounds like janitor duty. They gotta give those older people something to do. He's in regular clothes again, like that other person was that they saw in the blue t-shirt. I'm confused with the weather outfits. Oh, I see, yeah. I know, because they wear shorts around here. I'll send you some chalk. I can get some chalk. It's just, I never have, just because I knew I couldn't use it. The girls are dressed like some. It's 70 today. That's why. And next week it's going to be high 30 and low 20 a couple of days. So that's why I came out even. I don't usually come on Saturdays. I don't get as much interaction. But when I do, they're usually in less of a hurry. Oh, it's 73 right now down here. So that's why everybody's dressed like that. It's like a heat wave. I brought this because in the shade and when I first got, and in the parking garage, it was still chilly. Yeah, vanity over comfort for sure. It's 80 in Georgia. Dang! I know, Johnny, or Cher, I know, here too. It's 70 today, and by Wednesday, it's going to be a high 30, low 20, and Monday and Tuesday, it's going to be like 60 here, but like 30s at night. I'm like, I thought we were done with the freeze. This is so weird. We do. It's ridiculous. But not this, I have to say, maybe I'm only noticing more because I'm outside. For the good last 14 years, I haven't been outside. But I can tell in my house when it's cold. Matter of fact, I was getting hot last night. I had to turn the heater down twice. Like, it is too hot in here. And I keep it low. We are considered to be in the tropics. I believe it. I believe it. Yeah, the freeze this late is weird. That at the now Snowmageddon hit in February, but like I said before, it's the only place I know, the other states that are down this way, that you can pack away your winter clothes, but you can't pack away your summer clothes. Oh, I know. Wow, you had to run the AC. Dang. I was talking to Tom about this last night. I thought seeding clouds was still something they only talked about. I didn't think they had actually started to do that until I heard California, not this last year, but the 2 years prior when they had massive rain, they were seeding the clouds. That's what somebody, I can't remember, you guys know I suck at names and dates, but it was somebody that was credible. I just can't remember who. I think it was the news, I'm not sure. And then this year they didn't seed. So that was on top of, they didn't seed the clouds for rain. They didn't clean up the forest. They left the reservoir empty. They didn't move the water down from the mountains, which by the way, they had done in like the 70s or maybe earlier than that. I watched this documentary on it. And then because of the smelt, they dammed it up. I think that was an excuse. There's something going on. I'm sorry. There's too many things all at once. And defunding the police, the fire department, it's too much. It's too much. Too many things. I'm side-eyeing them people in California. Cannon, gun, hail, orchard.
No, I don't
Okay.
I don't think he's like.
Check it out. I didn't bring my notebook. Did I bring my notebook? Let me check. Oh. Let me show you something. So, I usually don't stop on the way home because I just want to get home. But, so I take my pit stop before I start. So if I go 2 hours here, it takes me an hour and a half. Honestly, anytime after 5, it's more like 2 hours. To get home, literally my husband will have the front door open so I can run to the bathroom from the car. Because I don't like to stop. Well, I stop at like kind of like a truck stop. And I walked by these. They were $5 a piece. So I looked on Amazon before I bought them to see if I could get them later. They were almost double. So these are all, except one, are past puppy dogs. They're magnets and they're wooden. So of course my Poppy. And then Wally was our first pit bull that my daughter got from the shelter. Now, Buddy, we had a cat named Buddy, and at the same time, we had a dog that answered to Buddy, so we called him Buddy Row. So we had Buddy and Buddy Row at the same time. So I might add an RO there. And then Bodie passed away. That was the dog my son took and and then Peaches is my daughter's dog. I'm gonna send this to her just as a gift. So I thought these were fun. I had to get them. Shouldn't have spent the money, but if I would have done it online, they weren't made as well, and they were like $11.99 to be personalized. And I was like, oh, I'm just gonna get them. LA is so different from how Northern California is. Oh, I believe it. Cycle. We are at the end of a solar cycle, extreme weather, totally normal. That makes fun. Defund the defunders. That's a good one. Share. Oh, I know. Trust me. And you know what though? The D-Manos I take really does work because I've been out and I can tell. SPTV Foundation or Aftermath Foundation. I love it. He had to squeeze in, so it took him longer. For the public. I've seen a lot of public today. Let me turn it back around so you guys can see too. You guys see me all the time. You don't need to see me. But yeah, no joke. Especially my daughter was huge. Just she ruined me. For her being 5'1" now, an average of 110 pounds, she was almost 9 pounds when she was born. And I did it el natural. Anyway, the D-Manos. Yeah, I know. You take 3 a day. I'll post it on my community tab if I didn't already. And my daughter turned me onto it a couple years ago, and I stopped going as frequent. It stopped feeling like I wanted to go all the time when I didn't have to. And when I'm out, like I am right now, all that comes back. I just need to order some more. I'm just been lazy. Yeah, I know. Hey, Makti. Or Sophia. I guess I could call you that. Sometimes, here's the thing about me, you guys. When I call somebody by a certain name, you better give me what you want to be called first. Because it's the discipline in me, I guess. Maybe it's the military in me, I don't know. But I'm stuck on that name. Even if I know another name you like, or that is, or your real name, I just can't get it in my brain. I can't get the other thing out. It's just, there was this great, it was a weird, Dreamcatcher. It was a weird horror movie. But what was so cool, there's a scene, look it up, just look up this scene. Dreamcatcher, the file room scene. In his mind, he has a file room. And when you put new information, new files in, old files have to go out. There's only so much information that you can keep. And I'm like, that is so right. That is so right. If I sneeze, yep, sure. That used to be me. If I cough, sneeze, yelled, whatever, I'm not that bad anymore. It's really gotten better. I don't have that as much anymore. So, I won't tell anybody anything unless I know for sure it works. And usually when I find out something works is when I'm out of it. I'm like, okay, obviously it works. I'm out of a lot of my supplements right now. I started giving my husband lysine because he gets shingles. He got one bout of shingles that wasn't that bad, so he got the vaccine, and then now he has it worse. I don't really care which is the translation of my username, by the way. Oh, like it. Sophia is just easier for most people than German. Yeah, I can't. I've tried. I've listened to Aaron say it. I will try to say it all, but I'll call you Makti for me. I don't know. I looked at Hitzel's channel and I looked at Pearl Snappy's channel, and it didn't look like they were here. But then again, sometimes Hitzel, sometimes will just film. Oh no, she usually goes live and maybe put it out later. I don't know. I don't see any chalk, so I don't know if it was that. But it looks like it. If you look at it, it's not everywhere. So if he was just cleaning the sidewalk, it would be like the whole sidewalk. Well, he did just clean where people walk. But, so, I don't know. Maybe it's somebody else. We have other people out here. I don't really care. I like that. I like some names I see on here. Mine's so... I can... Now, like, I have usernames I think my Twitter is Army Wife for Life. I was still an Army wife. And it just meant my husband was a lifer. But I still feel... It never gets out of you. Especially living in a military town. But it's not just that. It just never leaves you. Especially, I went through training too. So... It's the Army Wife for Life, and I think it was Texas Buckeye at one time. Somewhere. I don't know. I don't even think I use that. It's really hard to try to find something. Miss Kim really encompasses me because my daycare kids started that. Then my Girl Scouts called me that. And I even have this little sign somebody gave me. It's wooden with pegs. It says, Miss Kim's busy taking number, and there's a little heart on a rope, 1, 2, and 3 numbered. It's really cute. You guys will see it when I'm back in my craft room. Dang, nobody's. Well, I had those kids. I will count that as a win because I taught those kids something new. When those younger ones showed up, I was talking to them, letting them know how bad this place is. So that was funny that he said that though. I said, well, they're filming you right there, and I showed a camera on the building. He goes, well, that's the government. Now, he thinks it's okay for the government to film him, but not me. And I said, no, it's not. I'm like, that is that church right there filming you, and they can use that film for whatever purpose they want. My dad reminded me that I came up with the term as a toddler, wow, because it put together 2 expressions of I really don't care, and I made it my username. Cool. Yeah, especially when you have a story behind it. That's cool. I like that. It's funny though. Again, I've been wrong almost every time. If I haven't met you ahead of time. I thought you were male. I guess it's just whatever my brain. I thought Eat Pizza Now was female. I thought Cricket was female. I'm probably wrong about a bunch more. Oh, so my first wrong was when I went to a meetup of followers to Popcorn Planet in Vegas. And you guys may have seen him in this. I've seen him in the chats in SPTV. Tinkle Tits McGee. I thought Tickle Tits McGee was a woman. And then I met him.
Can I ask you about
Yes,
this?
you absolutely can.
What? Oh, you have a very cute dog.
Oh, she's not socialized very well yet. This is only her 3rd time out here. So, now somebody went in really slow. But it's up to you. Okay, they have 3 levels of members. Okay, they have the public that, like, you know, Tom Cruise is a member, and John Travolta.
I heard.
They go in. They're the ones that pay all the money for services. Okay, they get treated really well. Then you have the 2nd tier, which is staff. Those you'll see them in here with the gold on the back of their vest. That's staff. They sign a 2 to 5-year contract, but I've talked to survivors that's called when your contract is up, they pretty much guilt you into continuing. Now, they work 110 hours a week. They're supposed to get $200 a week, but if they don't make money, which they're not when I'm here, nobody's going in and buying books from them. They don't get paid. Okay?
That's how they make money, is the books.
Books, courses, the public coming in, that kind of thing. But money never trickles down in this church. It only goes up. The leader has $1 billion in the bank, but the members don't know that. So they're always fundraising to refurbish this building, and also then you have Seal. The guy that started this served in World War II, and so he was a piece of crap. And everything he'd ever did in his life except this, somehow he got to work. So he created his own little navy, and he called it the Sea Org. He bought 3 ships. Now they only have 1. And they signed a 1 billion-year contract because they believe they live multiple lives. They have to work for them till they die.
Yeah, my dad told me that one.
Right.
So funny.
Yeah, have you seen the South Park thing?
No, but my brother told me to watch
You
it.
need to watch it because everything in it is true.
Yeah, that's what
South
he
Park
said.
does, but they don't even know that. If you haven't paid to go up to confidential level,
can't
you don't
pass.
find out about Xenu and coming from another galaxy kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so they just believe
Oh,
that they're body thetan, which we would call a soul. When you die, goes to a new baby body. Okay, and so they sign a 1 billion-year contract. They're not allowed to leave. They're not allowed to have the internet. I don't think they're allowed to watch TV.
Just get back on
They house them and feed them, but if they're not making money, they get fed beans and rice. And there's no medical care. So you can get married, but you can't get pregnant anymore. They will bust you to the clinic because it distracts you from the work you're supposed to be doing. Now, we've had people escape in trunks of cars, get run off the road trying to escape. They've gone to bus stations and drug them back. If they think you want to blow, that's what they call escaping. They will put you in a room under guard. So you are not allowed to leave the Sea Org. A lot of them will get pregnant on purpose to get out because they'll say, no, I'm going to keep it. And then you're still a Scientologist, okay? You're just going to move over to being a public Scientologist, but they treat you like a piece of crap because you broke your contract, you're not doing it anymore. And they also, these are all coercion tactics, okay? They're afraid of the freeloader debt. So if they leave the Sea Org, all the training they've been given, they now get a bill for about 40 grand, 20 to 40 grand, and that they have to pay back to the church.
So what happens if you go in?
Oh, nothing. Just don't give them your real information. They'll hound you for the rest of your life.
I was
Nah,
sure that it was like,
they have movies for you to watch. I couldn't go in this because I started the week before they opened last year. So I went up to Dallas recently and went in. And it was, these places are ghost towns, man.
Yeah.
And they can't even turn all the lights on up there because they're not making any money.
really?
Mhm. And so, like I said, money never comes down. So they got to pay. They have, I don't know how they do it. Maybe because it's a church. But there are places where they owe 50 grand in electric bills that they've never paid. And the church leader won't pay it. You have to make that money or get it from public members. So, and the reason I came here was the child abuse. I never watched a documentary or anything, but do you mind being on camera? Okay, I've got it just on me, but they see me all the time. It's no fun. The child abuse is what happens. So, because they believe they live multiple lives, they look at their kids as adults in small bodies, big beings in small bodies. There's rampant child abuse. And it's covered up because you're not allowed to take another Scientologist to the authorities. So, we know people that have gotten out their adults. It's just their system. It's a high crime. It's a high crime. That's anybody, public anybody. So they cover for child predators, parents, or just people in the church. They covered for Danny Masterson for 20 years. Did you hear about that? He's an actor in Hollywood. Did you ever see that 70s show?
Yeah.
He was high, curly hair. Yeah, Danny Masterson. He's in prison now for drugging and R-ing women.
Why he wasn't on the table. I was like, where's that? So he's in prison.
Yeah. Because 3 of the member victims said screw you and went to the authorities anyway. And they were able to get, there was a mistrial the first time, and they didn't let Scientology in on that trial. So when they finally, the second trial, the judge allowed Scientology in, they had an expert witness talking about why these women couldn't go to the authorities. One did way back, because everybody's like, why'd they wait so long? Because they couldn't. And they were able to get the paperwork where Danny Masterson, because they have all the dirt on you. You have to confess everything in what they call auditing. We would call it a cross between therapy and interrogation. And so they knew he was doing this. They even brokered a settlement between one of the victims about 15 or so years ago. But she's like, no. So anyway, and there were 2 other victims that testified, so that's 5. And then there are people that know people in the church that know there's at least 5 more victims. And this started 20 years ago. He wrote, yeah, I did it, but I didn't think it was wrong.
Because everyone tries to do strategy.
And so, because they think they can cure you with more Scientology. So that there's rampant abuse going on in here.
So it really has like nothing to do with science. Like I heard that much.
They call it tech. He created this I just read the very first book he wrote in 1950 called Dianetics, Modern Science and Mental Health. He hated psychiatry. If you're on psych drugs, you can't be a medicine. And they have a museum in LA. So their 2 big bases are LA and Clearwater, Florida. And in LA, they have a museum, Industry of Death, Psychiatry. Yep. So he really leaned into, he learned a lot. He's a shyster. He knows it was all BS. He did it for money. He said, I'm not making, he was a science fiction writer. He said in the 30s and 40s, he said, I'm not making enough money, I'm going to start a religion. And he told his editor or agent before he wrote it, he said, I'm coming up with a method where you can R a woman and she won't even know it. Like, that's how much mind control he wanted to have. He studied under a protege of Aleister Crowley. Have you ever heard of him? He was
I gotta go. Thank you so much.
All right.
It's a lot of
If
great
you
info.
want, these are all channels of people that have gotten out that were in it as children.
I might come back and talk to you.
Okay, that would be awesome. I'm here a lot.
All right, thank you.
All right, awesome. Yay! He stayed a pretty decent amount of time. Scooter Mom's back. Oh, We were good, I swear. I don't know, I wasn't looking. Thank you, thank you. Oh, I love it when I love this sign. It's a mess. This thing's a year old now. It's a year old, more than a year old. But it says Scientology's call Ask Me Why, and they do. And that's what I start with. Well, because they don't let you leave, and religion does. I forgot that sentence. Usually I say because they won't let you leave, but I knew he was kind of going to stay there for a minute, so I kind of did it in a different order. Thank you. Did you see your sponsor today? I don't know if you got gifted membership or you bought them. I still haven't gone in and figured out, so I just go through the member list and put you on it. So if you're a member, you will be a sponsor at some point. I need to write it down because I know gifted memberships drop off. I'm going to try to do a members stream next week because I'm not going to be able to come out much. She is dead asleep. Yeah, she's not dead asleep, but I wore her out. She's not used to this much exercise. They go out, run around for 5 minutes and want to come back in. But yeah. Thank you so much. I don't know, my brain, I tell people the things that I learned the way I learn it. I was saying that earlier. What goes in my brain, it stays that way. So if that's the way I learned it, that's the way it's going to come out of my mouth. It's weird, I know. Oh, I love these shoes, y'all. My other ones, so I had Skechers before. They're just regular Skechers with memory foam. The problem I found out not long after I bought them is memory foam disappears after a little while with your weight. So then it was like I could feel everything. Yep. That'll do it. Yeah, we'll definitely be talking about that on the panel, you guys. So I had to reschedule things. I didn't nail down enough people for the fibromyalgia chronic pain panel like I wanted. It was partly my fault. I wasn't getting out to everybody I wanted. So I moved Piece of Blue Sky to this Sunday, and I moved the panel to the 23rd. Brian, you said you might email me if you want to be on the panel. Tell me what, because I went ahead and instead of it just being fibro, I went into the chronic pain too, because I have a separate issue that's chronic pain. I have both. I know. You can get up after we have the panel. But yeah, that's one of the things we'll probably end up talking about is how the showers affect us and the heat. Like, I cannot take a shower or bath before I go anywhere. Because a lot of times, I'm going to talk about spoon theory. A lot of times it's not even that the heat gets to me, it zaps you of all your energy. So, I used to be, when I worked, I took a shower. I had to take a shower every day. Having very baby fine hair and hairspray in it, when I'd wake up the next day, there was no fixing that crap without washing it. It'd be a matted mess. So, yeah, I got it put up. And I wish I could have fit that picture in better. I saw that picture, if you look at the thumbnail, and it shows the back just all bruised up. And I saw that a long time ago meme for fibro. If this is, if fibromyalgia were visible, it would look like this. And I was like, wow, that is true. That's true. Baby wipes aren't just for babies. Yeah. I did buy, so I was in the hospital for something else. Summer before last, I think. And they had these really nice big body wipes for that, for like wiping down, and they were great. Well, I went on Amazon, I saw those. They were kind of expensive, so I went for a cheaper one. They stink. I'm like, how am I supposed to wipe down with something that stinks this bad? It's gonna make me stink more. So if I buy them again, I'm gonna get the brand I like. So those are nice too. But yeah, anybody would. And then I saw Natalie today talk about she's got 2 autoimmune diseases. I might ask her to jump on. Right now, if everybody comes that I ask, we'll have 6 on the panel. I think I can have up to 10. But I don't know if I want all of us on there talking at the same. I want to kind of let everybody tell their section of their story. Yeah, that's true. My husband hates, he gets unscented baby wipes. Me, I like, oh, I found these ones, I think it's Walmart. They were rose water wipes. They smelled really nice. Let's do some people watching. Yeah, not as much traffic as I normally, or let's people, nobody over there. Do some people watching this way. But that young man, he seemed really put off by the fact that I was filming. But here's the funny part. Well, I don't know if he walked by, but because he came from this way, I don't know which way my camera was facing. I don't even know if I had him on camera before that.
Yeah.
So it's one of those 4 better options.
Yeah.
So, I have so many things to do around the house. We cleaned the living room really well so that I can pull everything out of the craft room that's on the floor. You can barely walk in there. And then I can't paint the shelves till one of the shelves started to fall. I mean, I haven't been in there in 6 years since I hurt my back. It is so much dirtier than I thought. Whereas the rest of my house has a light layer of dust because I don't get the dusting all the time. It's got like that 6-year layer of dust. It's gonna need, everything's gonna need washed off. I think I'm gonna have to rewash all of my fabric, and that's a lot of fabric. I'm a fabric hog. The younger kid, I think they were just messing with you. Maybe. But I made them listen. I think I got in more than they did. Make them think. Really? They do that in there? Maybe they'll check out the First Amendment. They should know. They should have learned. I learned that crap in school. I also learned how to cross the street in school. We need to have, like, you know, we used to have home ec. You learn to cook, you learn to sew. They really need a life skills class. I mean, I see people all the time that just don't know how to cross at a street light. They don't know you're supposed to cross on red. They'll just cross on green. Don't care. Shredded listening game. So, we had this interesting class back in the 80s. It was called Quest class. We were a pilot school. And it was just kind of, it wasn't life skills, but it was like half the year or one semester. I can't remember. And like you did trust falls and you learned how to communicate and all of this other stuff. And it was really a lot of fun. They really just need a life skills class. They need to learn how to balance a checkbook. They need to know what interest is. We took economics and I learned how to balance a checkbook. And I taught my kids how to do that. They have I'll never happen to me syndrome. Oh, I know. And like, if they don't look at you, you're not going to hit them. Drivers do that too. They think their turn signal is a force field. If they turn their turn signal on, nobody's going to hit them. I almost hit somebody today. It was like 6 inches. No joke. So what was getting irritating me is the car in front of me was this far from the car in front of him. And so instead of slowing down when it would slow down, he would constantly stop. That it wasn't happening as I wasn't ready for it the first couple times. And so as soon as I see his lights, I'm not hitting my brakes hard. It wasn't, I had plenty of distance. What it was is I was trying to slow down gradually. Well, I didn't know as I'm slowing down gradually, because he started slowing down a little bit and then done. So anyway, I got stopped. The person behind me ended up beside me in the middle median, which they were lucky because another mile up there was cement walls. They would have not been able to do that. They would have hit. I thought for sure somebody was gonna hit me. It was horrible traffic. One thing that has me rather puzzled is the 72-hour deodorant. So we don't wash in 3 days with just one squirt of deodorant, and that's supposed to have us smelling clean and fresh for 3 whole days. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's that too. I mean, at home, I'll be honest, and we'll talk about this. I'll wear the same shirt a couple days when all I'm doing is sitting on my bed, and I'm not working up a sweat. Or like that day, that night, next day, and I might change, and I wear jammy pants a couple days. But you know, I'll change underclothes if I'm not sweating and I'm not doing anything. Not a big deal. I only have so many clothes because I haven't worked, and I need a lot of clothes. I have more lounge pants than I have like street clothes. This is a new shirt. I've never seen this before. And it was hanging on the door. So I'm wondering if it's from, I haven't seen the shirts from Hobby Lobby yet that Tom bought. They must still be in his cars. I don't know where this came from. It's brand new. So I was like, must be mine because it's too big for my husband. Yeah. Yeah, it works if you're completely inactive. But I've found, I tried to go without antiperspirant because I saw years ago, because they said because you're not sweating here, that your lymph nodes aren't getting rid of their toxins, and it could cause issues. They said it might cause cancer, and it freaked me out enough that I stopped. And I tried to find other things. Living in Texas, that lasted about 2 summers, maybe not even 2 whole summers. And I was like, yeah, no, I need an antiperspirant. Not gonna happen. It is too hot. Whew, it's getting warm. I gotta take this off. There's no breeze. Everything I have has germs on it. Everything needs washed. The chair and everything. But yeah, I almost bought a travel size Lumi the other day to try, but I'm like, no, nah. I'm gonna stick with my antiperspirant. My daughter, being in Texas, found out, so she was having a problem with sweat. Come to find out, she's got something where you sweat more, or you have more sweat glands or something. Poor girl. I couldn't imagine being a teenager in Texas and having that problem. She didn't smell or anything. She was a clean person. She would just get, her asthma is similar to mine. Her asthma attacks would come on in heat. Not just humidity, but heat. And so it took us a while to figure out that when she would have her bad asthma attack was when it's hot. So she just had all kinds of things going on that I can understand her wanting to leave Texas because of the heat. But here's my thing. She goes to California where the weather's really nice, Southern California. She never goes outside. She works at home. She doesn't have a car. She stopped smoking, so she used to go sit outside and smoke. She doesn't go outside. I'm like, so you can't say you can't come home because of the weather. Maybe that hyperhidrosis. Could be that. It was so long ago I can't even remember. We had to get her like extra strength stuff. I don't don't even think she does that anymore. I don't think she has too much. She may have grown out of it. Because I haven't heard her complain about it much in the last few years. So, yeah, they just turned in January. She turned 32 and my son turned 37. Jeez. My husband was like, she's 32 now? I'm like, yeah. He's like, dang, I feel old. It's like, I know. I was thinking that today. I was like, I'm gonna be 56 next month. If I lived this, I think somebody was talking about somebody that passed away, like an actor or something, at 70. And I'm like, if I only lived to 70, I only got 14 years left. And I spent the last 14 years stuck in my house doing nothing, wasting my life. I had a friend years ago that had that. Yeah, her hands and feet. Yes. She ended up getting some sort of surgery for it. I don't know if they ever talked to us about the surgery. Yeah, it was her hand. Yeah, her hands. Yeah. That's what she had for sure. I've been here over an hour. Doesn't feel like it. Oh. I was also thinking about doing a stream when I start painting my nails, because I actually have the nails pieces and all the stuff to sit them on there and paint them and then put them on later. I can do the sculpt. I can sculpt my nails and stuff. I just don't want to do it. Pain in the butt. These glue-on nails are so much better now than they were in my day. I remember using glue-on nails for prom, and they would come off if you looked at them funny. Now they have really good glue. Yeah, I think they did mention to us the surgery, but I think at the time we were like, no. Oh, there's something going on with her. I'll talk to you guys about it more tonight. I have to repair a nail. I snagged it on something. Ooh. You got super glue? That's the best thing. Yeah, that's the worst part is when I have the long nails and they're on good and then you hit it. Oh my gosh, that's so painful. I'm a toe stubber too. Anyway, my daughter might have cancer. I'm not going to go into a lot of the details. It might not be that far advanced. It may, they're going to do a biopsy. She had this before from the HPV virus, and at that time, all they had to do was take some tissue. But we're not sure. She wasn't getting her well woman exams like she should after having that problem. I didn't know that. She told me she had medical insurance. I thought she was. So I'm one of those people that I don't freak out until I have a reason to. I haven't really dwelled on it too much, but we have a lot of cancer in my family. My aunt died of breast cancer at 32. My grandmother on my mom's side had it, but she was elderly at the time and had so many other things wrong. My uncle had a brain tumor. My dad and my mom had lung cancer, but they created that on themselves. There's a lot of cancer in my family. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, nail glue and silk patches. Oh, even better. Yeah. I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping it's not. When she was in middle school, that HPV vaccine had just come out, and people were skeptical of it at the time, so we didn't get it. Now I'm totally regretting that. She and her dumb butt started looking at it online, and I'm like, don't do that. Wait till we do the biopsy and they figure out what's going on. Yeah, fingers, toes, and all limbs. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get more prayerful this week, next couple weeks. It's difficult for her to get to these appointments because she doesn't have a car. She has a friend that lets her borrow one every once in a while, and she has to take off work. Oh, there's a little puppy over there. Little puppy. Oh, you can't see him now. He's a little tiny wiener dog. He looks like a young puppy at the corner. I love puppies. I'm such a softie for babies. If I lived on land, I would have so many fur babies. If we ever do get some land, children should not do auditing. I got them before the door closed. I didn't get to say much. Saint Papa Smurf now. Okay. Alright. How are you? Enjoy the weather on my camera because next week it's gonna... Oh, there's the puppy crossing the street. He's just... Tick, 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 tick. It's so hard to see though for you guys. He's probably already gone. Ah! Missed him. He was so cute. So cute. I'll talk to you guys about that more tonight when it's more chatting. If you want to know. Really, I've pretty much told you everything for the most part. Yes, I anointed myself. Missed him by this much. I know, right? I don't think I know what y'all are talking about. That's okay. I don't have to know everything. We were talking about that earlier. I don't necessarily want to know everything. More peace of mind that way. We have more people coming down this way. Well, people watch that way. I need to pay attention. Oh, yeah, I never got into that. Yeah, I've seen the previews. I never watched Dexter's. No, I'm in a neighborhood. We did buy an extra lot so we would have a big yard. I regret it to this day, living inside the city limits, but at the time, I wanted to keep my kids in their elementary school. Man, we didn't know. Because I had the down payment from my mom when she passed away. And so I had a really nice down payment. And gosh, I wish I would have moved in the country. Especially back then. Now, where I live, to move out is expensive. We probably could have got a great deal. Yeah. Hi, Adam, by the way. No spoilers, please. Haven't watched it yet. Oh. Dude. He's 2 blocks away and it's still loud. That hurt. Sorry. Normally I try to cover the mic, but That was too much for me. Let me move this over a little bit. There we go. That's better. I was leaning over the cart. Sorry. Yeah, there's... And, oh, my ear hurts. It literally hurts. Because I'm between stone buildings. You have mute buttons. Yeah, but sometimes you don't know ahead of time. Whoa. I just don't understand. I know, A, it's illegal. B, you're a jerk. I rode a motorcycle, and I didn't like loud motorcycles. I liked that mine was quiet. Well, I think I messed up my bike because I used to leave for work at 5:30 in the morning, and I wouldn't let it idle because I didn't want to drive the neighbors crazy. So I would literally start it and go, and it wasn't good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Better watch out. Better watch out. She's being so good down here. She is not interested in what's going on. She's just like when I used to take Poppy places. She wanted to go bye-bye. She liked being in the car with us. Did not care about going in public. Did not like other people around. The whole time she's walking from the car to here, she's just skittish the whole way. Oh, I know. I can do that too. Go back and rewatch a series. What did I go back and rewatch recently? Oh, Eureka. I love that show. It ended so abruptly. That was such a good show. Of course, I love anything sci-fi. Don't let your kids get auditing. It's not good for them. Yeah. Es una secta. Did I say that right, you guys? They're speaking Spanish. They've got 2 kids with them, little ones. I'm not going to turn around because I don't want to put kids on camera. She looked at me and goes, but went back in. See him? No, I turned my camera around. He doesn't care. Alto. Okay. They're paying for parking. They're going in. Scientology. Did I say that right? Scientology es una secta. David Miscavige en una secta. Is that right? My camera's this way. I don't have him on camera. If you come this way, he'll be on camera. Stay over there. Yeah, they're hanging out. They obviously don't care what I said. Switch. There's another kid walking by, so I'm going to do this for a minute. They're little tiny kids. I don't want them on. Jeez, that bugs me. Don't want her camera, don't go near. I know. Well, he didn't seem like he cared. I did it anyway. They went in. I just do that. He didn't seem to worry. If I don't always notice them. Sometimes I'm not paying attention. And honestly, there's not a lot of kids. You don't see a lot of little kids around here because it's a college area. I don't know what else to say to them. I mean, they have a nice vehicle, so they're public. I hope to God they're not putting their kids. They're going to put their kids in this crap. What do they do when they bring the kids with them to do services? That's always boggled. I think somebody said, do they watch them for them? Do they take them in class? Yeah. They paid for parking and went in. And the woman went in with the older kid earlier. Then she came back out to talk to him. I said something else. I said something both times. And then he's gone in now. He was letting that one getting recruited. God, so I said una secta. And she just smiled at me. God, I hope not. When they come out, I'm going to say something.
Hi, package you know?
Hey, MSD. Yeah. They're getting recruited. I'm going to una secta them again. And I'm going to tell them, don't. Because when I said don't let your kids get auditing, didn't look like either she doesn't speak English or it didn't dawn on her what I was saying. So, most likely, I'm getting the idea that they may not speak very good English. An unhappy male, yeah, for real. What was that I saw about McDonald's? Oh, on World Mental Health Day, they took the smiley face off the Happy Meals and they just called them the meal. That was weird. Wouldn't you want somebody to be happy? I didn't get that. I was on shorts a lot last night, can you tell? And I don't normally do that, but I was like, looking at all kinds of all kinds of weird stuff would pop in. You never know. I learned a lot too. Oh, Natalie came up in my shorts a lot. MD Media, Eric Grader, a couple of those shorts. So when you like stuff, things like that will be in your feed. Are you having a heat wave too, Dawn? You're in Georgia too. Ah, yeah. So it's like 73 and great today, and next week it's going to be 20 degrees. High of 35. Do you know what our water bill was after running the taps when it was freezing? Normally, because there's sewer and all that, usually we average $70 to $72. It was $97. Actually, I thought it was going to be higher than that, but that's still pretty high. He's having a bad day. If he comes over here, I might let him see. He's crying. The little boy, he's crying. He came out. Good. Maybe he'll disrupt their recruiting. So he can't go in there. So, I've heard people talk about it. Do you guys remember? What do they do when you bring little kids with you? Because I see that those other public that constantly come in with a wagon like mine with 2 kids in it. Do they watch them for them? Do they have Scientology stuff they do? Or they just sit in there with them when they're taking courses? Okay. Dad doesn't look too thrilled about going inside. I think he's not. I think he's happy that he doesn't have to. What I'm kind of getting out of this. Nah, no shit. I'll cry too. Thing about Saturday traffic is you have no clear heavy time period. You know how most cities have an outer belt that you can skip around the city? Austin does not. I-35 goes right up through the whole state, right through downtown Austin. Now they have a toll road you can get on way before, but you have to go out east a little bit and get on that. They built a bypass, but it still goes through Austin. And it's still almost, and you pay for that too. Both of those you pay, and it's not hardly any faster. It was going to be $5.85 the other day for me to save 12 minutes. I'm like, yeah, no. Because I get on that toll road and it's 80, and these people want to do 70. Like, you're paying to be on this road. Why? And there's no reason. 5 cars up, you're looking, there's nobody in front of that person. That's what gives me road rage. I'm not a speeder, but I want to do the speed limit. Don't be in the left lane, the passing lane, when you have 3 lanes of traffic and trucks in the other 2 lanes, and I kid you not, they will be doing 70 and 75, watching, and sometimes we'll all be going around this person, like 10 cars will go around this person, and I get way up, and I'll look back a good long way, and they're still in that lane. Don't care. What are you getting out of that? I mean, what kind of jerk do you need to be knowing everybody wants to pass you and you're going to stay there? My husband will call me on the way home and I'm like, they're doing it again. Every time. Especially after dark. It's like, after dark, they don't know where the gas pedal is. Ooh, let me cover. Oh my God.
I agree.
Yeah, this guy. The side of his car is shaking. Jerk. I don't have the patience today. Sorry. I was hoping he would see me. Stop. I don't know. Don't care. The thing is, what I have said to people before is, if you're going to do it, at least have a good system. When it starts doing that buzzy sound, that's not a good system. And I watched the side of behind his back window, the side of the car was doing this. And he was old. Like, he looked like he had gray hair. Uh-oh. Somebody's in timeout. If it does, I don't mind that much about taking it down. You really couldn't even tell what the song was. They said that it's easy to fight when you're live because you can't control what other people are doing. Like, if I'm not actively playing it, I think it's easy to fight. Yeah, I know, I was. That was cool. I watched that show on the way here. That was pretty cool. Yeah, I only have that 20 seconds to say something. So I found out how easy it was to Google that. You Google Delphi Academy lawsuits, first thing comes up on Google. It's right there. That's why I push it so much. If they do get on the internet and look it up, they'll know that I'm telling the truth. And it's going to mess with their head because they're told we're liars and we're evil. Go ahead. Did you have a show yesterday? Because I was going to watch that on the way home. Tom got up early yesterday. I know. You know what's funny? Oh, Mondays. Did you switch? I didn't even know. Because I usually don't end up... I'm hardly ever there live. It drives me crazy. I want to help you out too. But something's always going on around that time on Friday. Well, good. Maybe I can be there Monday. I'm usually not doing much on Monday. I will set my alarm. What's cool? If I'm watching my computer... What's been really nice is where on my phone I get like an icon, but if there's several, like if I get a text message, it's all like, you can't see them separately. But when I'm on my computer, which I do watch, a whole box comes up, notification, like big, nice big box. So it really helps me with notifications. So. Because I set my alarm for Dusty's stream, his tie-dye stream, and still didn't make it.
Nice sign.
Thank you.
I agree.
Awesome. Papa does preach. Yeah, mine is too. She's supposed to... I'll let her lick me right there. She got too close. Somebody taught my tiny man to lick on the mouth. And he will get you when you least expect it. I'm like... He does it way too much. This is Petunia. Come here, Petunia. Come here. Come up. You want to get out of there for a minute? Oh, this is Petunia. I fostered her parents for my neighborhood homeless guy that went into the hospital for some cancer stuff. And they were already pregnant.
Right, but some of them are
So she was born in my house. She's 5.5. And her parents were Pomeranian and Boston Terrier mix. Hence, she's got the pattern of a Boston Terrier, but not the head. And she has a long back, which I think there must be some wiener dog in there too. So this is only her third time out with me. My dogs are yard dogs because we have a big yard. We just let them out. We'll take them for a ride in the car, but we don't take them inside anywhere really. And I have to take her in the pizza place to go to the bathroom. She's getting better. I put her in the cart. I have to take the whole cart in there because I can't leave her. Because I used to leave it out and just take my backpack has all my expensive. Oh, you're heavy, girl. Oh, you're heavy. Kind of glad he watched the sidewalk because when I got back to the car after walking around here, I took sanitizer on a baby wipe and wiped her paws off. But you never know what you're walking through here. I wish I could put booties on her, but she'd probably hate it. What time is it? The bells are going. 4:45. thought they did those on the hour. Oh, I know what that might be. If that's the campus, it is. Classes are out for the day on weekdays. Well, I never even know it was that close. I don't know if you've ever seen it. So right there is the tower. I believe that's the tower that, I don't know if you guys know this. Back, I think it was the 70s. There was a sniper in that tower. If you want to look that up. University of Texas in Austin. There was a shooting from that tower. Oh, what was the 50s? Yeah, I knew it was a long time ago. Wow, was that long ago? Whew. That was. It's been a long time since I heard about it. Yeah. I even forget. I forget who it was. I forget why. Yeah. It was sad because it was hard to get at him because of where he was. Yeah. I think let's go back in here. I think she feels safer in the car because she's got walls. She was, every time somebody walked by, she's like, she doesn't know what to do. It freaks her. She still growls at my son when he comes in. Then she's like, okay, you can pet me. That's how little people come to my house. Let me look it up since we're talking about it. I am such a Googler. So, I remember back when we first got smartphones, I remember the first thing I looked up. I don't know if it was Google or not, but let's see. University of Texas.
Personal space is not.
Tower shooting movie. Oh, there's a movie from 1975. Maybe I saw that. There's a documentary. University of Texas Tower. It's called Tower. Oh, the movie's called The Deadly Tower. I just want the story. Oh, it's Wikipedia. All right. Oh, you're right, Whitman. Charles Whitman. I personally don't try to learn the names of any of these shooters because I don't want to give them that much of my brain. On purpose. August 1st, 1966. 25-year-old Marine veteran indiscriminately, both within the main building tower and from the tower's observation deck. Oh. "15 victims, 31 injured. Took them 96 minutes to take them out. So he was, I don't know if you can see this. I know I got to do it sideways. So there's an observation deck under the clock, and he was right there. What? There was a knife used. Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 weapons and 1 machete. Holy crap. I did not remember this. Let me see. Okay, so prior to arriving, oh, so he was. Ooh, he used the machete on his wife and his mother. Oh, in part to spare both women the embarrassment. Oh, the autopsy revealed a pecan-sized tumor in his brain. Some experts say the tumor may have contributed to the violent impulses women had been exhibiting for several years prior. Wow. I forgot all of that. Of course, then I went through the one on Fort Hood. I worked at the police station at the time. So we were up by dispatch listening because we were locked down, and we were getting so many conflicting reports. They thought there was more than one person because we think what happened was people from farther away were hearing the noise, and so they thought there was another person farther away, but there never was. Brain tumors can lower your inhibition and enhance violent behavior. Yeah. Yeah, I know, me too, Papa. Okay, hey, that's good, Cricket. You popped up in my notifications for something. I need to go watch. Kurt Russell played Whitman in The Deadly Tower. Really? That's surprising, being a Disney kid like he was. Hey, Trader Todd. What's up? How are you doing today? Depending on your age, a lot of people don't know about it. So we were just talking about in the 60s, there was I gotta watch my language. Mass shooter. Can you say that? I was reading the story again. It's been so long since I heard anything about it. Oh no. Look, do you see this? And literally by Wednesday, it will be high 35, low 20. It's 73 degrees. That's why I'm here, because next week, who knows how often I'll get out. It's beautiful today. And Arnold's boys. That's not something to joke about, dear. I didn't know about I don't remember the tumor. I must not have heard that part. My one aunt. Yeah. Hey. I talked about you a little while ago because I was next week's gonna be super cold again. So I was thinking about trying to get us to schedule that interview again next week because I won't be able to come out here much. I'll email you when I get home. Yes, I had to switch it around. I was supposed to be doing the fibromyalgia chronic pain panel Sunday. I didn't get everybody nailed down for that day that I wanted, and I didn't want to spring it on them on a couple days before, so I switched it. So the 23rd will be the fibro chronic pain panel, and then we're going to start Blue Sky on Sunday. And like I said, this time I'm most likely I haven't done it yet. I need to get to it when I get home. I'm going to try to not read every sentence and just, maybe go over the highlights and talk about those.
What?
My cat Sabrina came to yell at you, Kim. Meow. 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 Oh, I know, right? I know, she's like part of my channel. Which I appreciate. Yeah, I had a friend in my women's motorcycle club. She was the leader, and she had brain surgery. And it does change your personality. She eventually got better and got a little more normal. She couldn't ride for a while, so people would, because she was part of also a co-ed group too, and so somebody would come and she'd ride on the back of their bike. That's what I need. I need to get mine triked out. It's been sitting so long, I'm very worried about how much work it's going to need. We haven't sold it just because, honestly, when we tried one time, they weren't offering me enough money for it to get rid of it. And you can buy a trike kit, which is literally training wheels. They look just like training wheels because you don't remove your rear tires. So you can put it on without removing your rear tire, and it's 2 smaller tires. And so, but it's like $3 grand. So, but my balance is so off I can't ride anymore. My husband never rode. He was never into it. I rode by myself for a long time. Well, we're getting close. Oh my gosh. That's actually for 4. Man, that's actually not so bad. We were spending $20 on 2. If we were lucky. Let's see, what was the occasion? I can't remember. Now. But we used to have steak every weekend. His weekends midweek, and he would cook steak. And literally, we hadn't had steak. I can count on one hand how many times we've had steak in the last year and a half or 2. A brain aneurysm. Ooh, my grandmother did too. It hasn't been the same since. His basic personality is still the same, but he has quirks he never had before. Yeah, I can imagine. Hey, Shooting the Bits, how are you? I'm good, how are you doing? It's Saturday. We don't get a lot of people that stop on Saturday, but I had to come because it was nice out. We had some young men stop early on, and I schooled them on what the First Amendment was. So he looked about 13, 14, and he came back this way. I don't know if he was ever on camera. I didn't notice him. I'm in Austin, Texas, just outside of the org here. Are you part of the anti-Scientology, or did you just pop in? Yeah. L. Ron Hubbard bought this building 55 years ago because it was this right here is the University of Texas. So they're right across the street. So you see all these students walking by. That's why he did it. So I come out here to let them know Scientology bad and why. It's been nice. 80% of them, they may not know the details, but they know Sciento bad. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's how I got into this. I've binged back in the end of 2022. I binge watched, I went back a year and just watched all of it. And then, hi.
Hi. We were curious why Scientology was a cult.
Because a religion you can leave, and they have members in here they won't let leave.
Can you expand on that? What do you mean?
Yeah, I am. So they have 3 levels of members, okay? They have the public, which would be maybe like you and I that go in and pay for services. By the way, they have a price list, so there's a lot of countries that don't recognize them as a church because you shouldn't have a price list for your services. You have the second tier, which is staff, which is mostly what you see in here with the gold. But if you see anybody with silver, they're called Seor. The guy that started this in 1950 was in World War II in the Navy. And so he started this paramilitary arm called Seor. And they have to sign a billion-year contract because they believe they live multiple lives. You have to work. You can get married, but you can't have kids. If you get pregnant, they'll bus you to the clinic. And you work 110 hours a week. You're supposed to get $47 a week after taxes, but if the org that you're at doesn't make money, which they're not if I'm standing here, people aren't going in there to buy books and services very often. And so they get fed beans and rice. We know in Chicago they've got 8 people to a studio apartment, and one of the maintenance guy, I think it was there, said their toothbrushes were moldy because they didn't have enough money to buy new ones. And if you try to leave, they have had people escape in trunks of cars. They ran people off the road. If they find you at the bus station, they will drag you back. And if they think you want to escape or you're thinking about it, they'll put you in a room under guard. So they literally, it's human trafficking. It's what brought me here was the child abuse, because they look at their kids as big beings in small bodies because they've lived multiple lives. That's fine. Take a picture of this. These are channels of survivors that were put in as young children and have gotten out.
Cool.
The top one, they have a lot. I learned everything I know
We're
from
against
them.
what they do too. We just want
Yeah.
to see what your thoughts on it.
But yeah, that's the problem, is because they have church status, that we're trying to get the government to investigate. All right, have a good day. Yay! Yeah, never be a Scientologist. Yeah. Yeah, they had to go. Oh wait, there's a guy sell a lot up here. Okay, that's all that. I know. I think I heard he was OT8. He was all the way up there. Why wouldn't he be? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's OT8. Thank you, MSD. Yeah. I had to get in there quick. They were, I could tell I wasn't going to have them long. AA. Facts. They take all your money and destroy your life and give you CPTSD. Yep. Hey. Shooting the bits. You never know what somebody might think. The early 90s, when he was married to Mimi Rogers, she was a Scientologist and she got him in. He was young. I heard. So he wanted to be a priest when he was younger. And when he joined Scientology, he wanted to join the Sea Org. And they had to talk him down and say, no, you would better serve us as a celebrity. Yeah, Mimi Rogers, yeah. And she's out too. So all 3 of his wives left. If they were, I don't know that, like, they say Nicole and Katie, excuse me, were in it and got out. But I don't know, were they ever really in it? Were they, I don't know how much services and stuff they took. Yeah. Is the Scientology headquarters near Colorado Fort? They're flag land bases. They also have a really decent size base in LA. They have like buildings on like a whole block or 2 blocks. And then they have the big international base at Hemet, California, which is inland. And that's where you'll find most of the Sea Org, is the Hemet base, the international base, Clearwater. I've seen a couple in here, but they had to move them here. Normally you wouldn't find them at one of these places, orgs, but they couldn't get enough people to staff this place, so they had to bring in Scientologists. Hey Marco, I haven't seen you in a while. How you been? I've driven around that area in Clearwater. They purchased property around the main building that comes run down. They own, there's a, Tampa Bay Times has a really great article that shows the map and goes, I think it's an interactive map, but look it up. They now they had 92 buildings. Then the city council, when Mark Bunker got voted out, because he was anti-Scientology, they sold the building to Scientology that Clearwater City Council is in. They own 93 buildings in downtown Clearwater. They have bought it all up so that they won't have anybody near them. They're not as run down as some places are, and they do these fake fronts in the windows. It's like, they say it's like North Korea, where all these businesses in North Korea are fake to make it look like they're prosperous. They do the same thing in Clearwater. And so there's only like one side of one block that is still owned by non-Scientologists because they refuse to sell. I thought SP as legend and outsiders seemed normal. Okay, lots of work and family drama. I understand. Good, doing good. It's about to get cold here again, so I won't be out much next week. But I do my Saturday night. I don't know with your time difference, but I've been doing the Saturday night late night. Tomorrow we finish Dianetics. I know you have trouble with that, because English isn't your first language, but we're starting A Piece of Blue Sky by John Atack. He's done a lot of history on L. Ron Hubbard. The Outsiders book is still in school. Really? Yeah, it's very odd. I know, it's beautiful down there. It's sad to see. It looks like a movie set, because they do keep the buildings up because it's the flag land base. So they do look nice. I watched the other Clearwater protesters and how nice those buildings are and how empty they are. Get ready for the Minnesota goodbyes. I just hit 2 hours. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. I wouldn't have been able to get through that Dianetics without people being there to talk to. I would have pulled out my hair. Learned a lot, though. Learned a lot. Always learning new stuff. There's always more to learn. There's so much going on. Hey, Mark. How you doing? Boy, I got a lot of people dropping in. I'm going to stick around for a few more minutes so we're getting some new people in. At least everybody can say hi and have a chat. What he is writing in his book. Hi.
You're here.
All right. Oh, careful. Thank you. Lots of stuff doesn't make sense. Always makes me of the Burger Scene Pulp Fiction. My husband likes that movie.
Current and New York trip.
Yeah, it's true. Irish smart. It's more like gibberish. It totally is. Shooting the bits? Me too. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Trader Todd. I get it. Yeah. When did you get your up in St. Hood? I will let him explain. But we've had a lot of good conversations. If we go, I need to, okay, I have got to, when I get home, and I know I've had a good, I need to go in and pull it out that day. Because I've got to go back a whole year now and try to find, I wasn't thinking about doing it, all those great interactions I've had, and find them and pull them out and make them shorts. Because nobody wants to watch a 2-hour live for a 5 to 10 minute conversation. So I want to pull those out so people can see, you know, what people think around here and how the students are reacting and that kind of stuff. So I need to get it, so, oh, I almost fell down. This part of the sidewalk right here, as you can see, so it's flat here, and when you get to this line, it starts to slope down. So I'm on an uneven spot. Oh, wait, I'm behind. Holy crap. I didn't realize I was behind. But yeah, shooting the bits, I feel you. The more I find out, the more angrier I get too. That's what makes me come. That's what makes me come. I don't hate the people inside because a lot of them they're second and third gen. They've been indoctrinated since they were kids and they don't know better. Now if they joined as an adult at this, like, recently after the internet, then I don't feel sorry. Um, not planning yet. I might read The Way to Happiness later, but I want to get more into the stuff that John Atack writes about, because he talks about, like, I watched his interview with Natalie. It was 2 parts, and I've watched a couple of his interviews with Andrew Gold. I've learned a lot more than I would ever by LRH's words. Because this guy was in, then he got out, and he has learned about other cults too. And the biggest thing that I learned from him talking was this guy that went in and studied cults, okay? And he like studied members of the cults. And he said in a cult, he found, I think Scientology, he did 33 members, I'm not sure. He said they all have one personality. So what they're doing with all of this control and training and mind control is creating carbon copies of the leader. When he went and studied a regular, normal Christian church, not, any of those, the others, he found all 16 personalities, because it wasn't about controlling, so that was pretty cool. That was very interesting. And that's what made me kind of understand and try to give some people the benefit of the doubt about how they're acting online. Because, he said with help, it takes 12 and a half years to, like, cure, I don't know, it wasn't the word cure, I can't think of the word he used, to free yourself of the Scientology, to heal, or I'm not sure what word he used. But without help, maybe never. Even when, this is after you get out. The MBTI type. A couple of weeks ago, I have seen this short from Joe Rogan about, really, Battlefield Earth. It's unbelievably bad written, is what he said about it. I've read the book, and I've seen the movie. Long time ago, though. Long time ago. And I'm easily entertained. I was okay with it. I like the storyline, but yeah, could have been better in a lot of ways. Uh-oh. Yeah, AA. I can see that. Hold on. Stretching out the back. So that's why I'm interested to read John Atack, because he got a whole lot of information from a journalist. And I did my black magic video that I have on my channel. It's like 11 minutes, and it was just about L. Ron Hubbard and black magic, because I think that is a very important part of his life, because he learned how to control people and manipulate people in there, from Aleister Crowley's teachings and Jack Parsons. And he studied hypnotism and all of that. I learned all of that from John Atack. Matter of fact, in A Piece of Blue Sky, there's a chapter on black magic, and that's where I got all of my information from, pretty much. And I listened to a couple of his interviews. The movie was so bad, not even Forrest Whitaker could make it good. I know. Like I said, I liked the plot as far as, like, it's in the future, Earth got taken over, they're fighting back. I liked all that. It was just... Not me. Oh, that's awesome, AA. I didn't know that. Well, that's great. We'll talk about that in your interview. Definitely. Like I said, I'll contact you. I'll email you and we'll get that together. Yeah, I see a lot of people that left, especially later after he died, that probably thought it was all David Miscavige, that he messed it up, made it bad. But we're finding out, no, he was pretty much a clone of L. Ron Hubbard, but you figured that out. Like I said, the only experience I have that's even a little bit close would be basic training in the Army in the 80s before they had to be nice to you, because there's a lot of, you can't talk back, you have to do what you're told, sleep deprivation, constant physical exertion, because they're trying to break you down and build you back up as a soldier. But I knew what to expect, so none of that stuff really bothered me up here, because I knew that was when they got on the bus and they had the 2 drill sergeants got on the bus and with their mirrored sunglasses and started screaming at all the girls. They were crying, and I'm just like, yeah, I knew this was coming. What'd he say? You have 10 seconds to get in formation and 9 are gone. With your bags. Scientology stole from the best thieves and compilers of autocracies. They understood how to bypass people's critical thinking and survival instincts and went all in on that. In the Army, they didn't make you confess all your sins. That's true. Yeah, that's why I said it's only tiny bit. Just maybe the sleep deprivation part and how that really does mess with you. I mean, your brain. Yeah. No, it still wasn't. I chose to go in.
Maybe.
So, and I knew what to expect. But just the constant being busy, the constant sleep deprivation, not having time to eat, you know. But no, it's not even close. From listening to all y'all's stories, our prisoners in our prisons have a better life, more freedom than Sea Organ, RPF, and stuff like that. It's just, we've talked about it a lot. I mean, yeah, sun's starting to go down. I should go. There's my minutes soda goodbye. I only went 12 minutes over. I'm glad y'all stopped by. Like I said, today's Saturday. I'm glad I didn't enlist for the Marines when I could have. I was only in the reserves, but I had wanted to go. The goal was I was supposed to go to college and go in as an officer. But me and my husband both went in the Army Reserves, and by the time I was ready to do all that, he had went active duty. So I just followed him and finished out my enlistment. So, like I said, tonight's the late night fun chat. Tomorrow we're going to start Piece of Blue Sky at 3. And if I don't see you, have a good weekend. Hope y'all are having better weather than usual. Most aren't.